set it right here. All right, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakodash, give honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all like Akim, Wa'akwath, learning, teaching in truth and sincerity. All right, another video through the Spirit. This is going to be dealing with something that, that happened at work earlier today. You know, and I find it quite, you know, a little bit, you know, dealing a little bit with the lesson that I did yesterday, based off of the lesson that Elder Ariala did of Dallas, you know, of how this place, y'all, you can't get around the fact that Esau Edom is the enemy and the protagonist of your life. All right. And so I had a situation unfold at work, you know, dealing with so-called racism. And as the title says, be prepared for racism. This is something that somebody actually said to me at work. And the reason why I you know, titled it, you know, I'm gonna detail the story, all right, if you will. So yeah, I knew that was gonna I'm just make sure this camera set. I don't know why it's I set it right here and it works well. Salakia, y'all, should have had this set up beforehand. All right. But basically, you know, make a long story short, usually sets about right there. There we go. Okay, there we go. All right, so I was at work. You know, I'm about to go to a new location, if you will, to go do a delivery, right? And a guy, you know, he's not my boss, but he's over me. He says, hey, you know, the place you're going to, you know, we've had a couple complaints from some of our other workers, but he said, be prepared for racism. Matter of fact, you know, this is what he actually, this is what he had told me on my way back, actually, because when I went to the place, did the delivery, Slocky, I was getting out of order, came back, you know, I told him, you know, hey, I did the delivery, you know, they were actually a little bit, you know, hey, shalom everybody on the board. I told him, you know, they were actually treated me good over there, if you will, right? And as I was telling him this, you know, he said, hey, you know, the next time you go there, be prepared for racism. He says, you know, that place is known for, you know, they'll talk crazy to you, they'll treat you like shit, they'll get on the radio, call you names, call you words, and you know, you might get into a situation where you're damn near ready to fight. You know, this is at work, y'all. This is, you know, trying to make your living, and here it is, you're getting told, be prepared to be called N-words, be prepared to be potentially attacked. This is the year 2023, I thought, you know, and I sat back, I was just like, wow, you know, so this is how we still rolling, and you know, we don't obviously we know, but it just goes to show you, y'all, this place is not our rest. There are still sundown towns in this bitch, man. There are still places that if your black, brown, or middle brown ass is caught past sundown, you run the risk of getting killed. All right. We're not in America to live it up, and your enemies will make sure that every day. All right. So let me get a scripture. Enough talking. You know, I'll explain the story again a little bit later for those who are joining new. But basically, you know, while I was at work, you know, one of the Edomites, one of the white boys, he basically told me, man, you know, as I'm going to make that delivery, you know, or coming back from it, you know, be prepared for racism, be prepared to be called N-words, be prepared for potential violence at work. And we're just supposed to be okay with that here, you know. That's your minority life. You're just supposed to be okay with being treated like shit wherever you go, and that's just normal and expected here, you know. Hey, y'all can have America, man. We done with this bitch, man. Y'all can. Hey, Ezekiel 35:5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. All right. I'm pulling this out to show you that these people hate you. All right, y'all. Don't get it twisted. Yo, Edomite managers don't like you. Your Edomite neighbors don't like you. All right. The bitch at Walmart who's greeting everybody at the door doesn't fucking like you. All right, our people still haven't gotten it into their heads that you are surrounded by your enemies, literally. The cops will fuck. I'm about to go, as soon as I get done with this, I was gonna go look into the history of the patty rollers. All right, the police in this country, the policing, police enforcement, law enforcement began with the fucking slave patrols, the patty rollers, who used to capture escaped slaves. All right, you cannot escape this man's hatred. So you have two options: turn to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, or try to sell out to him, to Esau Edom, and see how that goes. And it usually doesn't go well. All right, Jeremiah 2:33. Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? Therefore hast thou taught the wicked ones thy ways. All right, and I'm pulling that out, dealing mainly with the upper verse. Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? All right, in this world, if you want to be accepted, you have to trim your way. You have to shut down and shut up and say, yes, a bossa, yes, a massa. You know, when the guy was telling me this, you know, I'll tell the story again. You know, I was at work today. All right, this is where the inspiration of the title in this video comes from. I was at work today. I came back from a delivery, and the delivery, you know, I knew about the area. You know, this is you know, here in Michigan, you know, you got, when you get closer to the city, you know, there's more niggas around, but the further you go out, there's more country. So I'm going to the country to do a delivery, you know, and I know it's, you know, you know, you might get called a nigga out there. So, but I went, and, you know, hey, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, matter of fact, I'll get that scripture. The Lord actually had it to where, you know, motherfuckers and treated me, you know, well. I didn't get dogged or nothing, you know. But so I come back from the delivery, and one of the Edomites, you know, one of my coworkers, he's like, man, when you go out there, be prepared for racism. He said, we've had a couple of complaints and issues and altercations, you know. And so, and immediately in my head, you know, I'm just like, wow, you know, that's what you, in this kingdom, you're simply expected to be okay with being walked on like a dog. And at any moment you try to look up and voice your opinion, you will get destroyed and put the fuck to death. And if you want to continue to live in a world like that, then you can have this hoe. All right, we're looking towards the kingdom to come. All right, let me just get this though. Peace, enemies. You know, and, you know, so, you know, he's telling me all this. I'm just sitting back in my head like, you know, this place, this is not our rest. This is not our rest. All right, Proverbs 16:7. When a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. All right, I'm just bringing that out to show you, you know, even though I was in the midst of an entire, you know, there wasn't a nigga in sight. I was, you know, I'm in country land, you know, but the Lord kept me safe, you know, in the midst of the goddamn Esau Edom. You know, now I don't know what they were saying in the back of their minds. They could have been calling me all kinds of N-words and this and that. But, you know, and dealing with me, you know, at work, you know, they didn't do nothing to me. You know, I was able to get in, do my delivery, and get the fuck out. But the fact that, you know, this is so-called modern day era when, you know, there's no more, the way they tell it, y'all, you're good here, but you're not good here. If you fucking fall for it, you're gonna be destroyed. If you fall for the trap in believing that you can come to America, live the American dream, just simply go to work, raise your kids, and be a good person, you're gonna fall and hit every rock on the way down. You're gonna realize that was an entire lie. All right, Ezekiel 13 and 10. Because they have seduced my people, saying peace, when there was no peace. And one built up a wall, and lo, others daubed it with untempered mortar. All right, there's no peace here. There, you will not find rest nor peace in Babylon, nor any part of this planet, as long as Esau Edom is ruling. All right, and it goes on to say what? And one built up a wall, and lo, others daubed it with untempered mortar. So you have our people trying to establish themselves here, trying to get built up, but they're setting their foundation on fucking sand. All right, it's gonna fall. The Esau Edom is going to show his fangs to all of you niggas real soon. You simple coon monkeys that think this man is your fucking friend, he's going to remind you that he's your enemy. All right, what does that go back to? The book of Genesis, you know. All I could do was shake my head. I was just looking at him. And I was just shaking my head. And it's not even the fact that, you know, hey, we understand Esau Edom doesn't like us. The thing that was killing me is the fact that I'm expected to work under those conditions. As a so-called, you know, Negro, I'm expected to work under conditions where I might get called names, incendiary names, and I might get fucking assaulted for being a so-called man of color. And you just supposed to, now if I said no, I'm not taking that, I can't take that, fuck that, oh well, you know, you can run getting fired. And that's just the world you live in, y'all. Like I said, you're expected to get treated like horse shit and to be okay. And that's not a real man can't live a life like that, you know, which is why we're looking towards Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai to free us from this shit, you know. Genesis 4, actually Genesis 3, and I'm going to start at verse 15. It says, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. All right, this goes back to the serpent, all right, in the garden, which was a wicked man who would go on, the spirit that was in the serpent would go on to be the spirit in Cain, which would go on to be the spirit in Esau Edom, the so-called white man today. And it says the woman, because it was talking about Eve, and who was the great line that came from Adam and Eve, the Israelites. It said that there would be enmity between us always. We will always be at variance with them. They hate us and we hate them. And it can't get, and there's no amount of this modern day era, you know, don't let it fucking fool you. Just because that white waitress came and brought you some Debbie cakes don't mean she give up. She like you. Just because you're, you know, some honky at the gym. You know, you brothers and sisters know this, but I'm just speaking plainly. You know, there could be someone new watching this. If you're a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, you need to realize that you have enemies in this world. They don't care about you. They don't care about your family. If you died in front of them, they'd step over your fucking body. All right. And our people for too long have trusted this man, and we get bit in the ass every time. And the only reason, you know, the only ones who don't is, you know, us, you know, the hopeful elect, Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai be delivering us. You know, let me get this out of the book of Sirach. You know, hey, the Lord, you know, like I say, I brought the scripture out, but the Lord kept it to where didn't nothing happen. But something easily could have happened. You know, I could have been going to do the delivery, get called an N-word, you know. Now, if I nut up on them, I'm gonna get fired or get jumped. You know, and that's the situation that is called our life. And if that doesn't bother you, if you want to grow old in a world like that, to where you can't even stand up and fucking defend yourself, then what the hell is wrong with you? You know, what the hell is wrong with you? Sirach 12. We're going to have to get that Genesis 49 too. Sirach 12 and 10. It says, never trust thine enemies, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. All right. Never trust your enemy. Esau Edom, the so-called white man. He's done nothing but show us throughout history that he is not our friend. Hey, you Northern Kingdom, I'ma say you simple fucking spicks. All right. Not to offend any of you Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters, but y'all know Northern Kingdom is simple as hell. They run around Esau Edom, run up behind them. All right. Go stand outside of Lowe's and Home Depots, hop in the back of a white man truck, go do $10,000 worth of work and get paid $15 for the fucking day. And if you say I'm lying, you a son of a bitch, because I've seen it with my eyes. All right. I grew up in the South. I've seen 30, 40, 50-year-old Latino men. These are supposed to be the warriors of our nation. All right. Some 5'5" Mexicans, 20 deep outside of Home Depot, hopping in the back of white men's trucks, going to work for the fucking day. That's your life here. And if you don't want that to change, something is wrong with you. All right. You're not right in the head. You got spirits on you to think that that is a suitable lifestyle, to constantly be under your enemy at every beck and call. All right. Verse 11, Sirach 12 and 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. All right. So, you know, don't be fooled. Though he go crouching, don't be fooled. that you're allowed to work next to them, that you're allowed to drink out the same water fountain. All right. And so what MLK had a dream. What do you say? All the little white boys and the little woman. That was one nigga and with one dream. That's not our dream. I didn't dream about being next to fucking Edomites. All right. That was one nigga's dream, and look where it got us. Now look at us as a fucking people. All right. You niggas fell for the okie doke. Let me finish this verse. It says, as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Meaning what? So, you know, this guy, he's put on a show. He wears his business suits now. He speaks English, you know, proper English now. He has his schools, his institutions, but he's still that same old devil. He's still that same old demon who wants to exterminate you, Jake, and you still don't fucking get it. You still don't get it. You keep falling for the same trick. All right, this fucker gives you a cookie and you go ask for milk with it. And when you eat, he comes and bashes you across the back of the head. And that's a fucking wrap for the that's a wrap for Jake, you know. And it's a damn shame. You know, hey, we operate smoothly, of course, because we have these scriptures. You know, I wasn't finna get up. Even if one of those fuckers did try to come at me crazy, I was gonna let them have it. I'll just get up and leave. You know, I canceled delivering and go the fuck back, tell my buddy, look, I can't go there no more. You know, the motherfuckers called me a nigger, and that hurt my feelings, boss. You know, so you know, we'll play it the smooth way, but our people in the world, they don't have that understanding at all. They think that let me get another one out of Jeremiah. Actually, I grabbed that other one out of Ezekiel. I'll get this one out of Jeremiah. They think that there's peace here, and there is no peace here. All right, Jeremiah 6:14. They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying, peace, peace, when there is no peace. All right, a nigga think because he has a Benz, he's been healed. He thinks he's living it up because he has a 4-bedroom house. But you have to pay taxes on those houses. All right. If your woman calls the police on you, the white police officers will come kick you out your house. If your children call the police on you, then police will come kick you out your house. You have no peace here, Jacob. This is not your rest. You have to constantly walk everywhere with a demon lording over you. Matter of fact, let me get that another one out of Jeremiah. You know, this ain't gonna be a long. It's a little bit of a rant. You know, I just wanted to share the story because I halfway couldn't believe my ears. You know, I was just like, wow. You know, I'm just expected to work under so-called racist conditions and can't do nothing about it. And that's just our life here, y'all. All right. Like I said, hey, you know, once again, if there's anybody, you know, you hopping in later in the stream or whatever, I was at work today. I went and did a delivery, you know, and through the Spirit of the Lord, the people, you know, they treated me nice or whatever. But as I got back, you know, one of my coworkers, he was like, look, you know, whenever you go there, you know, just be aware of the fact that you may deal with racism. You may deal with getting called names. You may find yourself in an altercation. He said we had a couple complaints so far and a couple things go down. All right, and this is the world you live in, Jacob. This is the world you are expected to, you know, operate and float about in, and you have no power nor control here. And if you want to continue to live in a world like that, you can be my fucking guest. But we're looking towards the kingdom. All right, so this is another one, Jeremiah 5:6. Don't none, you know, else come to mind after this one, I'll close it. So Jeremiah 5:6, it says, wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them, and a wolf of the evenings shall spoil them. A leopard shall watch over their cities. Everyone that goeth out thence shall be torn in pieces, because their transgressions are many and their backslidings are increased. All right, now, you know, originally, you know, this is written in the time of Jeremiah. You know, the Lord was telling us how, look, you know, y'all gonna be going through hell. You know, when y'all get took down and go into captivities, it says, what, you gonna have a wolf of the evening shall spoil them, and a leopard shall watch over their cities. And that's what your life is like here in Babylon. You got a wolf ready to kill you and a leopard ready to fucking hop down on you. All right, Esau, Edom, his law enforcement, and many different various means. You know, you can get caught up in the courts, child support, you know, wages garnished, just all these different avenues. You can get caught up, and your life is just a living fucking hell. And that is my life here. That's your life here. That's our lives here. And if you think you're gonna succeed in a world like this, you're a fucking buffoon. We need Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai to deliver us out of a world like this. That is sheer fucking oppression. That's sheer oppression. All right. Then they basically said, look, you go there, you and you be a good boy, and you don't cause no troubles. You know, that's basically what he was saying to me. You be there, you don't cause no troubles with them's over there. You know, and what all can we do? Yes, boss. That's all we can do here. Otherwise, you get killed. You know, so hey, that's about it, man. I just wanted to share that a little bit of a testimony, if you will. You know, this is the you know, this is so-called New Year 2023 now. There's a reason why, brothers, you know, we're praying to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai that this be the last year that we're here, because this shit is a joke, y'all. I'm you know, early 20s. I couldn't imagine growing 60 here, y'all. Hey, you know, our apostles are some mighty fucking troopers. I tell you that. You know, they came in young, and look at their age now. All the shit we're dealing with, they've been dealing with it for fucking decades. You know, this place is an absolute, absolute oppression, and an oppression, absolutely. And if you're not looking towards the kingdom, something is wrong with you. The only thing here for you is misery and pain and a long life of that. All right, so hey, I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai B'Hashim Rakakorash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations. It's all like Akim Wa Akwath, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity. And one more, actually, just to end it, you know, just to, you know, some wise words. You know, hey, we got to deal with shit like this, but don't get yourself in trouble. You know, if you find yourself in a situation like that, like I did today, y'all, hey, just get the fuck up out of there. Ephesians 4:26. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. You know, so hey, if you get caught in a situation at work or wherever, dealing out here and about, you know, don't get yourself sent to jail. Just separate yourself from the area if, you know, if can be. You know, so hey, shalom.